Show you the 3 methods of subtracting across 0. Now you can choose which method is best for you to use, but I'm going to kind of explain all 3 methods to help you choose which one. You can also do more than one to make sure that you are getting the correct answer. So when you're doing expanded form, this is our place value method. We're breaking our numbers apart according to what value they have. The 800 doesn't have any 10s and it doesn't have any 1s. But I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 in the 10s and 1s place just so that I have something holding that position. That's going to help me remember I have to carry something across into those places on our place value chart. Now we want to take away 433. So we're going to break 400 into 400 plus 30 plus 3. Now we're ready to start regrouping and carrying over into our place value chart. So we don't have any 10s, we don't have any 1s. We need to change that in order to subtract. So we're going to take one of our hundreds and we're going to move it into the hundreds place. So that's going to leave me with 700 here. And I'm going to move that 100 into the tens place. So now I now have 10 tens, which is 100. Now I want to borrow one of those 10s. So this is going to turn into 90 because I'm taking a 10 over here to the ones place. So look what that looks like once again. We carried 100 over into the tens place. That's where 100 came from. We took 1 10 away because we only need 1 10 to go into the ones place. So 100 becomes 90. And then I carry that 10 into the ones place. Now I can subtract. 10, take away 3 is 7. There's my ones place. 90, take away 30 is 60. There's my tens place. And 700, take away 400 is 300. There's my hundreds place. The only thing left to do is to put all of my place value numbers back together, hundreds, tens, and ones. So what is this number? 367. So we know my answer is 367. That is place value strategy when subtracting across zeros. You're borrowing 100 into the tens place. You're borrowing a 10 to go into the ones place because it takes 10 each time. 10 tens make 100, 10 ones make 10. Okay? Now I want to show you the same problem, but this time we're going to do the add-on method. Same problem, but we're going to add on. So when you add on, remember you start with the smallest number. We start with 433. We're only going to do addition. When we get to 800, we're ready to stop. So we want to make 10. We want to make these zeros appear first. So what can I add to this ones place to turn 3 into 10? We want to make 10 and get that first 0. If we add 7, then 3 becomes 10. So we're going to add 7 first. That's now 4. So we're at 440. Still not to 800 yet, but we're closer. Now we've got our ones place as a 0. We need our tens place to be a 0. So what can I add to a 4 or 40 to make it turn into 100? Because that's what's going to happen when you have 10 tens, it's 100. So we could add 6 or 60 to that. 6 plus 4 is 10, so there's my 0. 10 now, and 5. So that turns it, by adding 60, we turn it into 500. We're a lot closer to getting to where we want to be. Now we got to find what can we add to this hundreds place to turn it from 500 to 800. Well, 5 plus 3 is 8, so 500 plus 300 would give us 800. We're going to stop because we have reached our biggest number. We're at 800. What did we add? We added 300, we added 60, and we added 70. Let's put all those back together. 300 plus 60 plus 7 is 367. So again, my answer using add-on still gets us to 367. So you have seen place value addition with expanded form, not addition, subtraction with expanded form. And you have seen add-on, where we add to the smallest number until we reach the largest number. And it took us 367 to add to it to equal 800. So you've seen those two strategies. So we're going to do one more strategy, and this, of course, is the most popular because it's been used the longest. Same problem, but we're going to do traditional borrowing across zeros, okay? So what does that look like? You start looking in that hundreds place. Our hundreds place is fine. Tens place is not okay. So we're going to need to regroup. We're going to take one of these from the hundreds place. And remember, it always is 10. 10 tens make the 100, so that's why we put a 10 up here. We have not fixed our ones. We are not going to subtract until everybody's fixed on top. So now we need to borrow from this 10 and carry 1 across to the ones. 10 ones makes a 10. So again, that's why we have 10 written at the top. You can never have two 10s up here. Never, ever, ever can you have two 10s at the top. This 10 has to come from the tens place. You have to mark it out and turn it to a 9. That's the step that gets missed. Right here is the marking it out and turning it to a 9. 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 3 is 6. And 7 take away 4 is 3. So again, all three methods, here's all three methods, will get you the same correct answer. Place value with expanded form, adding on, and traditional standard subtraction with regrouping across zeros. Okay, now I have answered number 1 for you on your subtracting across zero first page practice. Okay. Be careful on number 7. You need to restack those and line them up. They're off on their stacking, so make sure you fix that before you solve it. Now, does it matter which of these methods you use? No. If you're not sure if an answer is correct, you can try a second method, and if you get the same answer on all 3 or on 2, you know that you must be getting the correct answer. But you don't have to do but one method on each one of these. Most of you are going to choose the standard method. But if you're not doing well at that, you need to pick one of the other 2. Okay? Have a great day.